Hello, and welcome to my very first seed spotlight. Today I will be showing you a seed that includes a surface ravine, a surface stronghold, and 3 dungeons. So you'll spawn roughly in this area, and to the west are some deserts. To the north is some forest, and then the rest is basically ocean. Not too much ocean though. There's bigger continents farther out, but this you'll spawn on this roughly small continent. You could call it an island, but I feel like it's too large to be called an island, but you choose. So this way is this way to the north is the surface ravine, which doesn't go down to gold, lapis, or diamond level, so you're not going to be getting anything besides coal and iron. But it's still nice because there's a lot of it and it will let you start pretty easily. But there's also a mine shaft in the sea, which is really nice. So in this direction, relatively close to spawn, there is a stronghold in roughly this direction. I'll put the link to it down in the description, but it's right on the surface, and you can see it right there. And it's only one room, which I find a little strange, but right inside here you have a stronghold. Well, it has one eye of Ender though, so you're gonna have to be doing some searching, but you won't waste those eyes of Ender searching for the stronghold, so in the long run you'll save them. There's nothing else under here, so alright, so the rest of the stuff for this seed is underground. So I'm gonna kill myself to get back to spawn, and then give myself some night vision again. Alright, so we're back at spawn, and if you head this way from spawn, you'll end up roughly in this area, and right at these coordinates, which I'll put down in the description as well. You only have to mine 3 blocks, and then you'll end up in this cave. And if you go down this way, you'll pop into a ravine which has access to this mine shaft, which is at diamond level, so you can find lapis lazuli, gold, redstone, iron, diamonds, so everything you need. And you can probably find some loot in there. So if you keep going this way along the ravine, and on the upper level of it there's this cave, and if you go here there's be an ore patch, and then if you mine down right here on the right side of the vein, you'll end up with these two dungeons, and they both have pretty good loot. This one has some iron, bucket saddles, which is good for starting out, and then you can also go on this one, and this has a feather falling 4 book, which is amazing. And then if you go right here, there's bread, saddle, some, and a name tag, which is pretty nice. And that's some good starting food too, so if you need a little food, that'll help you out. And the cool thing about these 2 spawners is if you stand right here, you can see that they're both active. This one and this one. You don't have to stand exactly here, roughly about here. You'll activate both of them. But you'll have to mind that this area out, it doesn't come like this. I mined a little bit of the cave out to make room for this point right here, and it has to be in between the blocks if you want the most efficiency. Standing anywhere else isn't exactly in between, but right here is exactly in between those 2. So that's where you want to stand, which, again, I'll put the coordinates down in the description. And then if you keep heading this way, you'll find a third dungeon, which is also a skeleton dungeon, so there's no added benefit to this one, but it still has some good loot. Unless you're playing on a multiplayer server, you could probably just destroy this for the extra experience. Unless you want like your base to be built around these two spawners, so that like no matter where you are in your base, you have some XP. I don't know. It could be something interesting to do. So there's also lava and some water that spawned here, which you can use to make another portal right out of the way, right out of the start. So that's pretty much all that there is for the seed. But besides that, there's not too much interesting stuff to it. The biomes aren't great, but in the same sense, they're not going to set you back at all. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for the seed spotlight. See you in